Hello, everyone. So I put in some work to try to understand today's Tanya. It's a little interesting. But let's do it. Let's go for it. Okay. Forgive noises behind me. I'm in an active apartment, but if you stay close with the words that are coming out of my mouth, we will have a beautiful journey in this today's Tanya. So we discussed that the neshama is, we said in yesterday's Tanya, that when it comes to the souls, they come from different places. There are four worlds, right? There's Atzilus, which is Netzal. It's a complete expression of God and of the infinite light of God. There's no sense of self at all, of other at all. There's Bria, which is already in existence of itself. Yetzira and Asiya. So when it comes to the five faculties of the soul, they derive from different places. So you have in the soul, you have Naran, Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama. The Nefesh refers to the faculty of the soul that is of action, of movement, of action. You have Ruach, which is that of spirit, of feeling, of the emotions, the emotional faculty of the soul, the sense of feeling. And then you have wisdom. The wisdom, the mind, the faculty of the soul that is of wisdom, not of instinctual feeling like an animal. Rather, the faculty of wisdom, that's derived from Bria. Okay, we're just explaining some concepts that we need to know in order to get into today's Tanya. So that of wisdom is neshama. Ruach is a feeling, comes from Yetzira. Okay, it's a lower level of it's a lower world. Okay, so let's have some fun. Achainu. He says like this. This that we said that's in Bria. Hainu dafkin neshamas mamash ein b'chinas moichin. The gadlos ein tzef baruch hu. That's referring to the souls, the tzaddikim that are of intellect. That means that we're still all in a series discussing doing mitzvahs with intent and doing mitzvahs without the intent. So in order for us to get into this, we need to understand that then when we do mitzvahs with thinking and being able to have wisdom behind the act that we're doing, that not just doing it from an instinctual love and fear that we have as inheritance from Avram Avinu, that we just want to serve Hashem and we just want to be a part of this great Hashem, but when we actually put work into it and think over, contemplate through wisdom of a Kabbalah and Chassidus, when we think about it, we're then connecting to the neshama part of our soul, which belongs in Olam HaBriya, which will be in Olam HaBriya in the world to come, if we're working our mind in that manner when it comes to doing mitzvahs. So he says like this. When it comes to the level of ruach, which is that of feeling emotions, instinctual acts of service for Hashem, which means to say that we are feeling it, but it's not coming from a preset meditative state of thinking about what it is that we're doing when we do this mitzvah. It's more instinctual. I feel it's what's coming to me. This is controversial, but Sephardic, more of a Sephardic way of serving Hashem, instinctual feeling, not premeditating on it first, being more of a, let's just say, the Ashkenazic approach. These are borrowed terminologies of Ashkenazic and Sephardic just to get the point across, but let's move forward. So to all the other neshamas of the Yidin which serve Hashem, b'tchilu v'rechimu amusuteres belev Klalos Yisrael ein oilis l'sham rak b'Shabbos v'Rosh Chodesh levad. Derech ha'amud shema Gan Eden ha'tachtin la Gan Eden ha'elyon shu olam ha'briya ha'nikar Gan Eden ha'elyon lihis'anig al Hashem u'lihanis miziv ha'shchina. Okay, we'll stop here. He says like this. He says that in the world to come, when we're going to be, what's going to happen in the world to come? Basvetzain in Olam Haba. What's going to be when we finish with our life in this corridor that we're in order to enter the next world to come? In the next world to come, we're going to be able to sit and enjoy and be nana from the ray of light of all the good acts of service that we did in this world, of goodness and kindness in this world. So, when we do mitzvahs that were not with the intent of the mind, we then cannot enter the world of Bria, which is a very high world, right? We're going to have to stick to the world of Yetzirah. However, even those that in this time, a lifetime, did service not with a premeditative meditation and thinking about what it is, but they had the instinctual, inherited feelings of Ava and Yira, of I'm serving Hashem with fear and love just because it's more instinctual, it's just how I feel, it's what I know. You'll only be able to, in the world to come, go into Olam HaBriya, which belongs to the souls that are of the wisdom of Hashem, the neshamas. You'll only be able to enter there on Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh. Now he's going to say why. If we said that this level of this world belongs to those that have the seichel of the neshama, not just the midos, the instinctual, which is referred to as almost like the animal. When we said the four sects of species in this world, we said that there's I'm not going to get into it, it's going to sidetrack us, but why is it that we can enter this world of Bria if we weren't in the intellectual faculty of the soul? We were more in the instinctual. So if that world belongs to the intellectual, why is it that we deserve to go into that world on Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh? He says like this: Ki ein hana v'tainug l'seichel nivra ela b'masha maskol mevim yediyah masik b'silchi b'nasi masha efshar lahavin lahasik b'aron tzipar chaydi chvasim b'nasim yisparcham yiresham b'elam b'yah masha zeiches Hashem elu lales l'maylam amlachim afshi ivdu b'tchilu v'rechimu tivim levad. Hainu mipnei says shal yedid chilu v'rechimu shalhem iskafya sitar achram ulubeshes begufam beim mevchinas surmera lichvei shatayves v'lishbaran u'beim mevchinas fasei toiv kanal v'him ha'yubali b'chira livchor berachas shomu bachru b'toiv la'kafu sitar ach l'saka yukar d'kutsha brichu u'chulu ki yisina ara b'am menachesh u'chulu kanal. So he says like this, a lot of Hebrew words. What are we saying here in today's Tanya? He says like this: yes, you did it instinctually. Yes, you did it instinctually, and you didn't do it with the premeditative, conceptual meditation that there was to do before. You did it instinctually. However, you chose to. At the end of the day, yes, you did it just like with what you know. This is what you know, but you also know other things that you could have done in that moment. And you could have chosen bad. The Eibster put us in a world that belongs to the Eitz Hadas, right? What does it mean belongs to the Eitz Hadas? It's ran by the Eitz Hadas, not belongs. It belongs to Hashem. But the Eibster put us in a world that runs by the Eitz Hadas, which means to say that everything in this world is of Klipas Noiga, which is for a whole separate shear, which means that it's a duality. It's a dual world. You can always use this object, this bottle, I can use it to throw at my friend, which would be a not nice thing to do, or I can use it to drink water so I can have power to speak this class to you right now. So everything in this lifetime is of Eitz Hadas. So even though I'm doing something instinctually and not with the premeditative wisdom of the soul, so I'm not utilizing that faculty of the soul that belongs to Olam HaBriya, which when Neshama leaves this world and goes to the world to come, that would then go now only into Olam HaYetzirah. But because I chose to do acts of good with my instinctual love and fear, I chose to, that's rewarded. And the reward that comes to the fact that we chose to do everything we're doing, it goes into, we are able to enter Olam HaBriya. Okay, this is interesting. V'hine kol zehu midar. Now it's going to go into the next concept of today's Tanya. The next concept is superb. It's unbelievable. And I want to share it with you because it is something which is so important for us to know. I think every Jew must know this next part of Tanya. Why? Because it gives you a sense of I get to be in this world rather than I was forced to, which is true too. But the attitude of I get to be in this world, it's a privilege. that you will not be able to experience in the world to come. And for this reason, it says that it's better one moment in this world of Teshuvah and Ma'asim Tovim than the whole lifetime of world to come. For this reason that we're going to get into now. Okay, what is it? V'hinei kol zehu b'madar hanishamas u'makim hamidasan. Ach, teirasim avidasan nichlos mamish b'yitzver shem mechinas lekus b'orien sif misyachad b'hem b'tachsa yichud v'hainu b'yitzver t'briya. Adit chilu v'rechim u'tzichlim b'yitzver t'yitzir adit chilu v'rechim u'tivim u'teichim u'lubashas yitzver t'atzil t'miuchades b'hem b'tachs v'yitzver t'atzil t'miuchades b'tachs v'atzil an ein sif baruchu. Wow. Mashe inkin hanishamas ina nichlos b'lekus t'yitzver Elo oimdois beichalos mudurim debriya ayitzira v'nehenim beziva shchina who aren't separchum yuchad beyitziras debriya ayitzira who zivteras v'medas mamish adizar v'yakel daf resh yud. I'm sorry. Ayim zoyar v'yakel daf resh yud ki schar mitzvah hi mitzvah atzma. Okay, so this is how he ends off today's Tanya. Okay, I said the words because I wanted to focus on the concept here for us to understand what it's saying. He says like this. This that we're saying, that we're stationed in different zones when we enter the world to come, based off the mitzvahs we did in this world, if we did it with the intellect of wisdom or we did it with our instinctual feeling, this is all about where we're stationed. However, when it comes to the mitzvah itself, meaning yes, you did the mitzvah either with wisdom or you did it with feeling, instinctual feeling, not with like really understanding what's going on. Okay, and this that you chose to do it allows you to enter Bria, the higher level of enjoying the ray of light on Shabbos. That's all where you're stationed. However, this that you did a mitzvah, you connected to the Eibishter himself. Because the mitzvah is the will of Hashem himself. Now, only in this world, in this physical realm, can we do an act which connects us with the Eibishter himself. In the world to come, you cannot perform any mitzvah. So you don't have the opportunity to connect with the Eibishter himself. You're sitting and enjoying the ray of light from the work that you've done in this lifetime on earth, and you are stationed in a different place based off how you did the mitzvahs. But this is all based off you being stationed to sit and enjoy. This that you did the mitzvah though connected you with the Eibishter himself because it's the infinite divine will of Hakadosh Baruch Hu himself to take a leather piece and use it for tefillin, or to take a rava and use it for a mitzvah, or to say words of davening every single morning. That's the divine supernal will that is of the Eibishter himself. So we connect to the Eibishter himself when we're in this world. We don't enjoy and we don't have the bliss at all of what we're doing. We have no idea. We don't understand. It says that Reb Levi Yisrael Bar Tichra swore off going into Gan Eden until Mashiach comes. He said, I'm going to stay with my people. And then he heard Amen Yehesh Mei Rabbah come out of Gan Eden. Boom. He's like, forget what I just said, and he fell for it. Why? Not because he has he couldn't withstand it. It's because we don't understand when we say Amen Yehesh Mei Rabbah Minyan what we're actually doing. It's the ray of light that's shining is ginormous. However, in this world, we don't experience the experience of it. We're just acting. We're soldiers. We're doing. But the light that's occurring from the acts that we're doing, we don't understand. To the extent that it says that when we walk in a cemetery, we're supposed to be very careful to not wear our tzitzis outside because they're jealous. Now, to me and you, we're like, are you kidding me? Like, what exactly are you jealous about? You're jealous of this? This is what you're jealous of? We don't understand what we're doing when we wear this because we don't see anything. When you're on ayahuasca, you see some stuff, right? Yes or no, whatever it is, another discussion. But the point is, in this conscious existence that we're living in right now, the way the Yishur wants us to live, it's a world of darkness. We don't really see what we're doing. We're trusting, right? Certain times Hashem opens you up, and gives every single yid a certain opening of light from on high to inspire you to continue going. But we're not in a lifetime of seeing the experience of what we're doing. However, with that being the case, we get to connect to the Eibishter himself in this world. That's something that we don't get to do in anywhere we're stationed. So he wants to say here that this whole discussion of that if we do mitzvahs with intent or not, where are we going to be stationed in the Olam Haba, that's all about us sitting in Olam Haba, sitting and enjoying the ray of light. But the fact is, no matter how you did the mitzvah, you did a mitzvah which connected you with the Eibishter himself, which for that reason it says that one moment in this world is worth more than the whole Olam Haba. Because we get to have a relationship with the Eibishter himself. In Olam Haba, we're going to sit there and enjoy the ray of light. Okay, I hope we got some concepts here portrayed. Sending lots of love to anyone who listened this far. And may Hashem bless us with an amazing week and a kosher Pesach.